what are we gonna do with you? You can't just smother someone like that. It's a little rude, wouldn't you say? Don't be such a prude. Admit it, Lloyd. You enjoyed that hug, didn't you? I could tell. Well, first Cecile, now her. So that's how it is. When everything's said and done, the rest of us are nothing compared to the little brother type. Darn you little brother 1%ers, all smug atop your golden thrones, surrounded by babes. Anyway, about the threat letter. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot about that thing. Can't say no to such an adorable little face, now can I? If you insist, I've got the letter right here with me. Here you go. Thanks, Ilya. Weren't you the ones who asked us for help? Right? Why would he say that? Let's give it a read. Cancel all performances of your upcoming show, or the beloved fervent dancer will have a tragic accident. Yin. Why would he sign it? Why would he sign it? What the? Cancel all performances of your upcoming show, or the beloved fervent dancer will have a tragic accident, signed by Yin. That's a threat letter if I've ever seen one. You sure about that? Sounds more like a lame prank to me. Gonna be honest with you guys, it's unfortunate, but we get stuff like this all the time. Really? It's true, we do get a decent amount of letters like this. Most of them are written out of jealousy or in jest, though. In this particular case, however, there is something that bothers me. And that would be? It's the signature, ain't it? Precisely. Essentially all the letters we've been sent up until now have been anonymous. Something suspicious about the name, Yin. I just can't shake the feeling that this isn't a simple prank. And I just keep telling you it's nothing to worry about. Do you have any idea who this Yin person is? Not in the slightest. Like, is that even a person's name? It almost sounds like it's some sort of code name. I suppose it could be related to our new show's title. Yin means silver, after all. But that's as far as I can guess. Are we gonna go with the yang anywhere over here? Or are we just gonna, gloss over that too? An interesting coincidence indeed. Is there anything else you can think of that might be relevant? For example, have you done anything recently that might hold, that someone might hold a grudge over? About that? Wait, you don't mean... What is it, Rixia? Does someone have it out for you guys? Ilya, dear? Not about us, it's about you, Ilya. Remember the other day, with the president of that company? Oh, that old Baldy. To be perfectly honest, that whole thing was so trivial I'd completely forgotten about it. Who exactly is this Baldy? Just some greasy old loser named Marconi. Oh, that is so very mafia. Like, that is the perfect mafia name, you know? If it isn't Marconi, it's Tony, you know? Like, come on. Apparently he's the big boss of that business, Ravash & Co. What? Ravash? Oh man, that name yet again. What's with all the freaking out? It's just we've been hearing that name pretty often. Would you mind filling us in on what happened with Ravash's president? Sure thing. He likes to bring his business associates to Ark and Seal for entertainment. He'll plant his booty in our exclusive seats so everyone knows he's a big shot. Thing is, he doesn't care about the actual show at all. Like, he doesn't even appreciate my dancing. All he does is oogle me with those beady little eyes of his. Ilya. Wow, how are you able to pick up on that, Ilya? This theater is my domain. I know everything that happens here. Well, anyway, that old coot had the gall to approach and patronize me. Kept babbling on and on about how he would support my career and have me debut at the Heimdallar Opera House. Wow, I wasn't expecting that to be in this game. Wow. I don't get much more fancy than that. Actually, we have requests to perform in both the Empire and the Republic. We're often asked to hold a limited run of performances in both countries. Now that I think about it, we even had an offer to perform in Liberl's Grand Arena. Oh, I didn't realize Ark and Seal was internationally famous. Internationally known. but not known on the microphone. I think that's a Will Smith song. Still, why would Marconi approach Ilya about being her patron? She supposedly has powerful connections within Erebonia, but judging by the rumors, they aren't the type of people we want to associate with. Oh, he supposedly. From all we've heard, Ravash has deep ties to the Empire. And of course, its criminal underworld as well. I had no idea. How were you able to resolve the situation with Marconi? I politely refused, of course. And for good measure, I slapped him across that giant face of his and told him to never speak to me ever again. You did what? You slapped a Mafia Don in the face? Yes, she did. I swear I nearly fainted after she pulled that stunt. I nearly had a heart attack. However, he had the audacity to touch Ilya inappropriately. The rudeness of that man was unbelievable. The nearby staff intervened, so we somehow managed to settle it. But what you're saying is there's a good chance he's still nursing a bruised ego. That's what I'd expect from a typical mafioso anyway. It does seem like a plausible motive to send a threat letter. Okay, we understand the situation. First off, we'll try to uncover some new leads with the clues on hand. You mind if we hold on to this letter, Ilya? Be my guest. I see a familiar glint in your eyes now, Lloyd. Come again? It's just like how I feel when I step onto the stage. Anyway, I'm sure you four will do a spectacular job. With you on the job, hopefully poor Rixia will be able to sleep at night. Thank you, Ilya. We'll happily tackle the case, Miss Mao. We'll do everything we can to live up to your expectations, which are that much. Thank you very much. So happy that Ilya finally agreed to accept help with this. I knew going to you was the right choice. Well, don't give us too much credit just yet. From the sound of it, this case isn't going to be an easy one to solve. Oh yes, I suppose you're right. By the way, you don't have to keep calling me Miss Mao. Just Rixia is fine. Oh? Well, I'm still just a novice, and I think I'm actually a little younger than you and Ellie. So it just seems a little strange for you to call me Miss. Or is it Mrs.? I never know what those ones, the Miss, the Mrs., and then the Miss. One's like MRS and one's M, and it's just crazy. Oh, really? Well, alright then. I'll be sure to keep that in mind, Rixia. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Rixia, the meeting's gonna start without you if you don't hurry up. I'll be right there. Well then, everyone, if you'll excuse me. If you figure anything out, please don't hesitate to stop by the theater. Arkansas sure is busy. You're telling me, I bet they practice another 100 times before the actual show. Starting to get why they don't want to waste their time with this letter business. Indeed, that does make sense. Hope we can solve this soon for the sake of their new show. Let's get to it then. I should have saved. No. Sounds good. So what's the plan? Ravash is looking like our only potential lead so far. This Yin person may be worth looking into as well. Yeah, you're right. Hey everyone, I've got an idea. Why don't we pay Ravash & Co. a visit? What? You're kidding. Isn't it our obligation as police officers to pursue any possible lead? We still don't know if Ravash's Don is responsible for sending the letter, but I know for a fact that we'll never reach the truth if we shy away from potential trouble. Make a valid point. Not only that, but I think it'll be a good opportunity. They're a group of criminals that think they're above the law. This is a chance to see the true nature of Crossbell's underworld for ourselves. Can't argue with that. What's wrong? Are you worried? Randy and I could always go... Lloyd. No, that's not... I didn't mean... No, it's not what I'm... it's not that I'm worried. I'm sure it won't be too dangerous to ask them a few questions. Just, I've always been curious about the people that make up the city's infamous mafia, and this is the perfect chance to finally meet them face to face. Oh, well, looks like Mademoiselle Ellie is ready and raring to go. Well, of course I am. Life is full of surprises after all. Who knows what sort of exciting twists and turns this letter will lead us to. Let's be off right away. Agreed. According to the database, Ravash's headquarters is located in the back alley. There is a narrower alleyway halfway down the street that leads to its front doors. Thought I remembered seeing some shady-looking dudes there. Guess it makes sense that that's their HQ. Just say, we'll mark here. I don't like this mark, but, you know, life is hard. That might have been the creme de la creme. So this is Ravash & Co. building. We knew it wasn't the safest part of the city, but the way here was even shadier than I expected. Who the heck are you guys? This isn't a place for kids like you to screw around in. Go ahead and piss off. What? Aren't you those kids? Could it be? Who would have thought we'd be reunited with a dear felon of ours? What? Who are these kids? They're those darn police brats. They're the ones that spoiled our plans in the downtown district. No way. Seems our reputation precedes us. We've come here today as part of an official investigation. Say what? We'd appreciate it if we could meet with your boss. We'd like to ask him some questions regarding a certain incident. Are you out of your darn minds? Bunch of dogs like you, talking to the Don? Just how cocky can you runts get? He's not one of our suspects. We just want to ask him some questions. He, of course, isn't obligated to speak with us, so we won't force the issue. Can you boys at least let your boss know we're here? Appreciate it. Arnaud, your screw-up made these little suckers way too big for their britches. Hey, what's the plan? These sucker-foos have the wrong idea. Sounds like we should teach them some manners, eh? Sounds good to me. Guess we ain't getting in. Yeah, we'll just have to try again another time. Let them through. Boss? Sorry, boss, these kids were... It's fine. Massive. Wald was fairly large, but he pales in comparison. This guy's a mountain. You're those brats with the police, then. Heard the stories already, but you're younger than I thought you'd be. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section. And you are? Garcia Rossi. I'm the general manager of sales at Ravash & Co. I suppose most of the employees stick to boss, though. Well, dang, I wasn't expecting a big shot like him coming out here to greet us. Yes, I believe he's Marconi's right-hand man. Come inside. I'll hear what you have to say. Oh, you're lucky the boss is in a good mood. Get your butts in there. Better not even think about disrespecting him. Unless you're fine with having your lifespans cut short. Buckle? Well, that's what this is all about. You think the Don sent Ilya Plateria a threat letter? Ridiculous. You kids sure have some overactive imaginations. We aren't claiming it as the truth, of course. However, we heard of a recent incident between your boss and Ilya, and given that we were out of leads, we thought we should at least come to ask about it. You talking about the Don getting smacked? That's nothing, just a random little event in his busy life. He had a bit too much to drink at the time and barely remembers it anyway. I doubt he's holding any kind of grudge over it. That's so. This is just another rumor we heard. But what about the proposal to have Ilya perform at the Heimdallar Opera House? Yeah, that was brought up. Ravash has got friends in a lot of places, and it was them who actually came to us with the idea. But apparently, the main reason was that the Don wanted to bring her in as a special guest for... For what? Special guest? Never mind, nothing you need to know about. Anyway, that letter ain't from us. You understand now, kids? Even so, do you mind taking a look at the letter just in case? Sure, whatever. Hand it over. Here you go. That's the letter to Garcia. Huh? The heck is this crap? Whoever this is, he's dead set on getting in the way of Ilya Platiri's performance. What was that? It looked like he noticed something. Garcia threw the letter back at Lloyd. This is a darn waste of my time. Threat letter? This crap looks nothing more like an overblown prank to me. Hold on a sec. Your reaction gave the impression that you know something. Know what you're talking about. Nothing in that letter looked the least bit familiar to me. All I can tell you is that the Don didn't write it. Oh, and that you guys are on a fool's errand. You know that, right? It's clear there's something this guy's not telling us. Whatever it is, he seems unlikely to reveal any further information. Well, that covers things here, then. Is there any way we can hear the story directly from the Don? What? Yeah, getting it straight from the source would be the best, you know? Or is he not in right now? After. Don't go getting cocky now, kiddos. You think the Don has time to see a bunch of snot-nosed rookies like you? A group of naive and helpless puppies that he can crush in the palm of his hand? Wait a second. Normally, I wouldn't have given you the time of day, but since I'm such a nice guy, I figured this would be a good chance to give you this one piece of advice. No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Ravash's iron grip is here to stay. Pretty confident about that, ain't ya? If you understand, then get the heck out of here. I don't have time to sit around having tea parties with a bunch of little suckers like you. However, if you dare defy us again, there will be no mercy. I will end you. Thank you for the advice. Let's go, everyone. I think we've gotten all we can here. Yes, Roger. Well, this is the worst tea party I've ever been at. Ain't even any tea. I feel like they're using tea party on purpose here. Wait, you there, redhead. Huh, you talking to me? That shade of red, I've seen it before. No, you couldn't be. Whoa, hold on there, Gramps. I love getting attention from smoking hot ladies, but old men, not really my thing, you know. Well, no matter. Hurry up and get out of my sight already. You were the one who stopped me. Make up your darn mind already. I know what he's referencing. I know. I'd recognize the shade of red, too. That went well. He was treating us like children. Can't stand that bastard. By the way, Randy, why did he stop you as we were leaving? Beats me. Anyway, that big guy ain't bluffing. Way we are now, I doubt we'd be able to do so much as put a scratch on him. You think? I sensed he considered us far beneath his notice. As if no matter what we did, it would barely register as a thorn in his side. Right, I got that impression too. Even considering his group's connections and the diet, he didn't seem fazed at all. Ellie? What's up? Oh, it's nothing. More importantly, how will we proceed? It seemed like Ravash may know more than they're letting on. I mean, regarding the threat letter sent to Ilya, yeah. I don't think we can take everything Garcia told us at face value. That being said, I think the odds that Ravash is connected to this incident are low. Really? But he clearly reacted to the threat letter once he saw it, right? Without a doubt, he definitely noticed something. Lloyd pulled out the threat letter. He read it over again. Perhaps what Garcia reacted to was... There's a name. Name of the sender. That Yin guy. I think there's a chance Yin is involved with Ravash. Yin conspiring with Ravash wouldn't explain Garcia's reaction to the letter. It was almost as if he was sure this had nothing to do with them once he saw it. Don't you think so? Oh. Yeah, that's a good way to describe the look on that ugly mug of his. We can deduce that while Yin has no ties to Ravash, it is still a name they are familiar with. Is that an appropriate hypothesis? Yeah, I think that's safe to say. If that's the case, I think we should consult with someone who is more familiar with Ravash. Mr. Grimwood comes to mind. Yeah, that's a great idea. If we're as close to the truth as we think we are, then it might be a good idea to discuss it with Grace, too. Although, we give that woman the smallest morsel, and before you know it, she'll be trying to drag the whole darn story out of us. She would inevitably learn of the threat letter, and it would become a colossal ordeal for our conceal. I was hoping you'd all talk me down from the idea, to be honest. We should try questioning any other people that come to mind as well. If we're lucky, we might even come across some information we weren't expecting. Yes, maybe so. Ellie? Oh no, it's nothing. Now we begin gathering information. We can start wherever we'd like. At some point, we'll have to visit the law office, though. Right, let's get going. I want the treasure chest. Fulfill your mission as a noble defender of the law. Never turn your back on justice. Only those who seek the truth can grasp it. Okay. Grimwood. Also be proactive about asking around if any potential leads come to mind. A dog outside? What the heck is that noise? Okay. So being proactive means the game thinks that there's somebody who knows information. And I would just have to find that person. You know who knows? Cop. Cape. Okay, apparently not. Alright, who would know? Obviously Grace is there, but they don't specifically mention Grace. So there's, and they also mentioned that, you know, like, going to Grace is a bad thing. I wonder if they'll let me go to Away. Or maybe even the CPD. Rebecca and I have been getting a lot more requests over the Orbital Network. The anniversary festival is starting soon, so I've got to keep plugging away as best I can. Oh, hey everyone. How's that client's request coming along? It went well, we decided to lend them a hand. Seems like it's going to be hard work, but I can't just let it slide. Well, I'm glad you guys are up for it. Anyway, keep up the good work, my favorite detectives. That reminds me, did you hear the news? The CPD is currently conducting a survey on monsters local to Crossbell. The Bracers. I bet you the Bracers will know something. Really? What exactly does that entail? I'm sure you're already aware that your combat notebook has a section for monster entries, right? After defeating a monster, police officers are supposed to record its information in the notebooks. That data is just what we need for the survey, so once you start filling up that notebook, please come and show it to me. In the end, we'll combine all the information we've received together to use as the foundation for new safety measures. Quite the smart idea, huh? Definitely. I'm glad to see that the CPD is seeking out ways to improve. I couldn't say it better myself. After all, this is to protect the fine citizens of Crossbell. Oh, I nearly forgot. Whenever you supply me with information, I'll give you a small bonus, too. Make sure to stop by when you can, okay? You've been hard at work filling out your combat notebook. I'd like to record the information in the database. Mind if I see it for a minute? With pleasure. Thank you very much. Here's your notebook back. And please accept this as a compensation for your hard work. That's it? Don't forget to stop by once you've collected more monster data, okay? Thanks, we will. Of course. We'll see to it that we visit. Boy, surprised to see you here, Chief. No kidding. Did Vice Commissioner Sucka Food drag you in for a chat or something? Don't jinx it, kid. I'm just here for a meeting, that's all. My bad, Chief. I have to deal with giving out the assignments every year, but it never gets any easier. What a pain. Oh, here, or maybe here. Oh, I'd love for someone else to decide these in my stead. BPD is not being very helpful right now. Don't have any business upstairs. How do you know we don't have any business upstairs? Someone up there could know something. Right, Harbor District. I have a couple of ideas. City Hall? Uh-oh, that's Grace. Don't want to talk to Grace. Office appears to be locked. Oh yeah, isn't the public hearing supposed to be tomorrow? Let's see, we have to prepare for the reception hall, sort through all the citizens' appeals, and the mayor plans to attend, so we need to hold a meeting for the meeting. Here's we go inside here.
Hey,
Please knock. So knock. Knock on the door, sucker. Oh, there's a fishing spot over there. Fishing spot right in the city, don't mind if I do. Alright. Medium-sized fish. Let's see what you got. A salmon? And I got roe back? Oh man. Wait, why is the salmon eating roe and then coughing up roe? What's wrong with you? Right, lighthouse. Fishing is the only thing I look forward to. So today, just between me and the fish, you whippersnappers better stay out of my way or you'll get the hook. Hey, Akita Fuki. I was watching you playing, Final Fantasy XIV last night. You're up early. You always catch me off guard when you're up this early, because you stop streaming at like 2 or 3 a.m. Ravash is a criminal organization entrenched deep within the foundation of Crossbell. For them, breaking laws is as much of an everyday occurrence as tying their shoes. Can't so much as lay a hand on them, though. They've got all the corrupt men who run this state deep in their pockets. Best we can do is give them a good pounding, and even then, only if they lay a hand on the citizens. Got to admit, the guild definitely has the CPD beat when it comes to proactively responding to threats against the people. Yeah, by the time any of us cops get to the scene, you braces are already there, cleaning shop. Say that again, honey. Honestly, if your coworkers were just a little quicker on their toes, that'd take some of the work off our plate. Alright, so you're not gonna help me out at all? Oh no, Arios. And you didn't do anything exciting last night? You went to bed early because you were tired. Yeah, you didn't have a camera. And you normally have your camera on. Woke up early because your dog went out, and you guess there is a fire nearby because a lot of smoke smell in your apartment. Oh, yikes. I saw the... I think it was on Twitter first, and then you posted it on Discord as well, about like when you went out for a walk and there was all this blood on the floor and stuff like that. That's some crazy stuff, man. Morales is talking through a last-gen international communication device. Grand Prince, it's been some time, your lordship. Yes, right. I understand. It does seem like it poses a problem. Understood. I will head there immediately after I'm finished taking care of some urgent matters. He's speaking with royalty right now. Thought I heard him say Grand Prince. Do you think he's speaking to the prince in Remiferia? Yeah, that was wild. Never imagined you would find a pool of blood during a walk. I could only imagine. Just crazy stuff like that. The Fisherman's Guild. What is the Fisherman's Guild? You're the newest member, Lloyd, right? I've heard the stories about you. Upon went and invited you to our guild, did he? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. The name's Serdan, and I'm the manager of the Fisherman's Guild here in Crossbell. Oh, nice to meet you. Wait, what? When the heck did I join the Fisherman's Guild? I mean, sure, I did accept the fishing rod earlier. Don't sweat the details, kid. You're already our comrade in rods. I don't think I'm getting out of this one. Still, it looks like they all share a love for fishing, and it'd be nice to have some people to talk to about it. Hey there, Lloyd. Are you aware of the rank certification exam? Our guild grants ranks that correspond to how skilled of an angler you are. If you become an ace angler, I bet you'd be legendary in Crossbell. Anyway, kid, if there's anything you don't get, feel free to ask me. I'll give you a thorough explanation. Check my rank. First, let me explain. The Fisherman's Guild seeks to spread fishing enthusiasm and improves the craft via the rank certification exam. With each promotion and rank you achieve, we'll award you with different titles and prizes. You just joined the guild, so your current rank is Amateur Fisher, Lloyd. Your conditions for ranking up are to catch at least 4 unique kinds of fish. Oh, what's this now? You've already managed to catch 4 unique kinds of fish? Sure, just fork over that fishing notebook of yours for a second so I can check it out. Ask me to check your rank again anytime, and I'll give you a much-deserved promotion. Notebook, get yourself some real beauts. Good work, kid. Starting today, you are now a hobbyist fisher. This thing's my prized straw hat, you see. Best kind of hat there is to wear when it comes to fishing. Keep this hat snug on the head of yours as you work towards your next big catch. Thank you, sir. I know this is a must-have piece of fishing gear. I'll wear it with pride. Still have a long way to go, but the boys and I thought we'd prepare this nice prize for you to celebrate ranking up to hobbyist fisher. But more importantly, I think you're ready to hear the next challenge you need to tackle to rank up. Your conditions for ranking up are to catch 8 unique kinds of fish. Plan out a strategy and bag yourself some big one. I think I'm there already. You managed to catch yourself some real buttes. Starting today, you're a professional fisher. Ooh, hair. I remember the day I reached professional fisher as clear as a pure Rive stream. I'd always been an avid fisherman. One day, I was on a business trip in Liberl and had a fateful encounter with the founder of the Fisherman's Guild. Needless to say, this man was a legendary angler himself, Mr. Fisher. Anyway, cue some more fishing, and then it happened. I was granted the rank of professional fisher. Man, that sure takes me back. That's really something. Another one of certain stories. It's going to be a long one, I can feel it. But wait, why'd you stop in Liberl for work? Were you some kind of trader? No, not at all. I was there on behalf of my father, himself a businessman. I actually wasn't half bad at business myself, but these days I've got my hands full being branch manager here. Yeah, I can see that. I figured he lived for his hobby, but this just confirms it. Oops, almost forgot. Still gotta tell you about the requirements to advance to the next rank. 12 unique kinds of fish. I don't think I have 12. Yeah. Alright. Ooh. Am I enjoying this game? I am enjoying this game. It's still early on, so there is potential for the game to be a sugafu, but so far it's nice. Increased chance of escaping from battle by 50%. Don't really have any plans on escaping from battle. This only gives me 3 wins, so it's not anything too crazy. It's called Easy Fish Dishes. Hey, all right. I don't know how familiar you are with the Trails games, but I would say for the most part they have a pretty regular type of formula that they go off of. And I would say so far this game, it's not as traditional as I'm used to. Granted, I'm only in chapter 2, so nothing has really happened yet, but who am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for someone that I should not know of, because I haven't even ran into that person yet, but I know of them. Just gotta find them. I thought they might be in this district, but these are apartments. Don't they use RPG Maker to make this game? You can't remember? No. These ones are made by a Japanese developer named Falcom. Nihon Falcom? Something like that. Exchange Shop. I think this is what I'm thinking of. Jingo. Hit the nail on the head with this one. Oh, customers. Mama, we have new customers. Can I sell them some weapons? New customers. Sell them the untraceable stuff. You heard her, folks. So you buying something today? Actually, could you tell us what kind of store this is? We sell goods. Anything you need, we got it. Usually. Right now, we only have meds and quartz in stock. Like this one, and that one. Oh yeah, don't count on using any Mira. That stuff leaves a trail. Pay with goods only. This continues to sound more suspicious by the minute. What I think she's trying to say is this is some kind of exchange shop, right? Speak to Jingo and choose exchange for a catalog of tradable goods. If you have the necessary items, you can perform an exchange. Equipment and quartz. found at this shop are rare and cannot be obtained by other means. Be aware that since items are used instead of Mira, you should think carefully about the trades you choose to perform. What I'm hearing is save first. I can see why you would think this game kind of has an RPG maker. It's an older game. So that plays I guess a decent role into it. Wow. Not that I can't get anywhere else, like Attack 2. Yep. Can't get any of these anywhere else. Suckers. We have 60 24 caliber Reinfords and a Lloyd. I can make out handguns in that wooden box. The other box over there appears filled to the brim with ammunition, explosives, and hand grenades. I think I spy a bulletproof vest and some other gadgets over there. Wait a darn minute. Is that a drum can over there filled with the liquid fuel the CGF uses? Excuse us. We were hoping you could provide us some information regarding the type of business you're running. Oh, customers. We're brokers. We deal with goods coming in from all over Zemuria. You guys new to the CPD, never seen your faces around here before. Brokers? People who like to operate in the dark. I'd heard rumors of a black market with a long reach operating out of Crossbell somewhere. I take it that's you. Smuggled goods and weapons. Are you connected to Ravash by any chance? Of course not. Even the thought of being lumped in with those numbskulls makes me sick. I'm a respectable broker, thank you very much. I trade with 10 odd countries, including their militaries and Jaeger Corps. I don't associate with small-time thugs that fire their guns at the drop of a hat. You're cops, right? If you want to take them down, be my guest. Actually, a detective from the 1st Division usually stops by here every so often. Well, half the reason is to buy supplies, and the other half is to loosen my tongue about current smuggling trends. Must be valuable to the CPD as well, then. Even so, I can't get over how suspicious she is. Are you guys going to buy something or what? If you must know, I don't sell weapons to anybody I don't trust. I've got my standards. That being said, if anything ever catches your eye, don't hesitate to ask my daughter over at the counter about it. Hold up. Just a second there, customers. That leads to the basement storeroom, and you're definitely not allowed in there. Keep your butts right here if you want to buy something. Right. This Jingo is not the Jingo that I recall. You. AOA's been clawing their way into Crossbell's underworld. There's supposedly a large group that operates in the east. Yeah, I've heard they're a crime syndicate with a strong foothold in Calvard. Do you know anything about them, Wazy? No, I can't say I do. I've heard they've been engaging in skirmishes over smuggling routes as of late. They've also been strengthening their forces, even though they're already keeping Ravash at bay. If sources are to be believed, at least. We are remaining cautious for now. Their actions could affect us, too. Really? How'd someone like yourself manage to find that juicy piece of info? Well, I suppose it is a bit out of my area of expertise. I may not look the part, but I actually have connections everywhere. The Mafia's dispute rages on, and we may feel some of the effects. It would be wise of us to plan accordingly. Our first course of action is to begin patrolling the downtown districts. Got any, like, fat loots or something? I want to play pool. Or billiards. Why do they call it pool if it's called billiards? I don't understand. Yeah, this guy. Thought I saw something pop up over here. What can I do for you today? Are you those SSS guys from the CPD, aren't you? Well, whatever, as long as I'm making a buck, I don't care. Okay. Got it, bruh. Oh, enhanced weapons. Reinforcing weapons is child's play if you have the right materials on hand. I may not look the part anymore, but I was actually a specialist at the Epstein Foundation's Materials Engineering Division back in my prime. Just know that your gear is in good hands. You once worked at the Foundation. Impressive. That would explain your proficiency with modifications. Sweet, sounds like we've got ourselves a nice hookup for some decked out weapons. If we run across any materials this old dude can use, let's bring him over and get us some shiny new gear. By talking to Guillaume, I don't know how to say that name. Guillaume. On selecting Customize, a list of possible upgrades will be displayed. If you have the necessary materials, you can create it. Weapons and armor are made by customizing, are stronger, cannot be bought at weapon shops, and special effects may be added. Monsters may drop the necessary materials. Black Tiger. This is blind. Poison. Range 2. Accuracy. I need a riot buster. 'Cause I'm a riot maker. Practice weapon. Okay. So that's what this is all about. Now I know what U material is, and it's not completely worthless to me now. Hooray! We'll talk to homeboy Slice over here. Black suits have been creeping me the heck out lately. They're the reason I've been sending my boys on regular patrols around our turf. Black suits, I'm talking about Ravash. Yeah, I guess they have been making moves these days. Screw them, those cowards love sneaking around behind our backs instead of facing us like real men. As soon as we catch one of those snakes, they're freaking dead meat. Oh, I can't wait. Come on, Wald, please don't escalate this into something bigger than it needs to be, okay? But Lloyd, we can't turn a blind eye to all of the larger crimes they've been committing. I'm sure the fight between the mafias will only continue to escalate if it's already become this fierce. No information there. Okay, so I've been through all of my ideas. None of them were helpful. A little surprising. So I guess we're going to the west side. Well, I didn't go to City Hall. Let's go to City Hall. Oh, this is the library. The library. Woman Who Changed the World is on the shelf. Saint and the White Wolf is on the shelf. Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest. Rain Fanatic Rex. Lip Smacker Quarterly. Vern Company, Zeiss, ECF, Septium Church, Septium, Ports Rhineford Company, Phantom Thief B. I wonder if we'll see him in this game. Okay. Okay. Arkansas and artifacts. Alright, that's the library. Okay. Buttons. There we go. We need to go west side. Nope. We'll start with Grimwood. Should have saved. Excuse us, sir. Oh, welcome. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've been hearing a lot of stories about the special support section. Seems you've all been working hard since we last met. Well, I'm sure you've been working just as hard as us, Mr. Grimwood, if not more. Right, you look as busy as always, sir. Well, you get used to it in this line of work. That aside, something must have happened, right? Judging by the looks on your faces, you've come here to ask for my advice. Impressive. Was it that obvious? I do see a great many clients come through my door every day with that very same look. Lucky for you, I'm taking a break right now, so you can ask me anything. Thank you, Mr. Grimwood. Words mean more than you could ever know. I think we'll take you up on that kind offer. I'm back. A threat letter sent to Arkansas. And you're curious as to whether the sender, Yin, is tied to Ravash. Yes, sir. Do you have any idea? Fortunately, I don't have any information that connects the two of them. That doesn't mean that I've never heard the name Yin before. Really? What do you know about him? Well, I have no evidence that points towards this being the same person. That in mind, are you still interested in this information? Yes, of course. Heck, at this point, we'll take any lead we can get our hands on. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's Yin Jeffrey or Yin Bob. You know, they're all the same person. No problem. Very well then. It all happened when I went on a business trip to Calvard. While walking about, I heard a strange urban legend from a local. It involves a legendary Dongsho, referred to as Yin. Yin certainly is an Eastern name. What exactly is a Shongsho? Means something along the lines of assassin or killer. Pretty sure that's what they call them in most of the Eastern religions or regions. Why, you certainly are well informed. I'd say it's somewhat similar to how we customarily call mercenaries Jaegers. You mentioned this was an urban legend. There's more to it, I assume. Yes, well, it's said that no one knows for sure whether Yin is real or not. Though supposedly, he's said to wear a mask and a pitch black coat, and he's never once allowed someone to see his face. He appears and vanishes with the shadows and never lets his prey slip away. In other words, he's a phantom. Phantom? Sounds like a pretty tall tale if you ask me. I suppose that is why it is called an urban legend. However, why would this so-called legendary assassin send a threat to Ilya Platiri? Right, it just doesn't make sense. Wait, what if it's not Ravash he's tied to, but Heiyue? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Heiyue is a powerful organization operating out of Calvard's eastern quarter. With that in mind, Calvard? With that in mind, I wouldn't be shocked if they knew of the Eastern Assassin. I getcha. If that's the case, Garcia's reaction makes a lot more sense. We know for a fact that Ravash and Heiyue are at each other's throats, and if Heiyue and Yin are teaming up. Despite not being directly tied to Ravash, it would be highly likely that the Mafia is acutely aware of his presence. That in of itself would support Lloyd and Ellie's theory. An intriguing thought. But that brings us back to your previous question, Tio. Why would Yin threaten Ilya Platiri, the lead star of Arkansas? Well, we still need to figure that one out. We know that Ilya and Ravash's Don had an argument at a party. Could it somehow be related to that? I don't know. It didn't really sound like something that warranted a threat. Besides, why would Heiwei react to it at all if they're against Ravash? Yeah. Any chance the name is a coincidence and we're dealing with someone completely unrelated? I don't think so. Every clue we've gathered so far has pointed in a particular direction. I think we're still too early in the investigation to disregard anything that's not quite lining up. Hey guys, not to get too ahead of myself, but why don't we try paying Heiwei a visit? What? Whoa man, are you off your rocker today? Think about it like this. We know that Heiwei is a big enough threat to Ravash to have gotten their attention, and Heiwei has only continued to spread its influence and chip away at Ravash's hold in Crossbell's criminal underworld. Depending on the circumstances, they could prove even more dangerous than Ravash. You're right. I see. This might be the perfect chance to check whether or not this is true. Hold up. Not like we can just barge in on them. We have no idea what kind of people we're up against, Lloyd. Actually, I recently met the manager of Heiwei Trading's Crossbell branch. What? Seriously? He came to me for counsel to ensure there were no legal barricades preventing his business from operating in Crossbell. I saw no harm in the request, so I accepted the job. And it was then that I met him. I see. What kind of person was he? The word shrewd certainly comes to mind. He's relatively young, but he already knows his way around things. He has a silver tongue and is unflappably confident. Overall, I'd say he's extremely intelligent and not someone that can be taken lightly. An intellectual, then. Sounds like he's going to be a huge pain in the butt. Definitely not the kind of guy who will give us any straight answers. True, but this will be a good chance to meet with him. What do you say? Okay, you won me over. I am also quite curious about this branch manager. Same here. I know a bit about Ravash, but nothing about Heiwei. We'll be going in blind. You're right, Lloyd. This will be a good opportunity to learn more about how they operate. It's decided. Then. Thanks for all your help, Mr. Grimwood. Looks like we'll be able to press on with our investigation after all. I'm happy to hear that. You remind me of the way Guy used to work his cases. Anyway, Heiwei works under the guise of a respectable trading company. Stopping by their office shouldn't prove too dangerous. However, never forget that their true identity is that of a massive influential crime syndicate. Don't let your guard down around them. Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind. Wifey's up, so time for you to head out. Thanks for stopping by, Uncle Jag. Appreciate it. Been saved. Alright, let's make our way to Heiwei Trading. I think they're somewhere by the pier. Correct, our destination should be the northeast corner of the harbor district. They are apparently located right by the river. Oh, we talking about that red eastern looking building. Surprising to think that a crime syndicate's headquarters is in the same area as the IBC and the Crossbell Times buildings. Suppose it's no matter, let's try paying them a visit. Letting us go. Over there, I want to save. I think it's time for me to sit down. So, I'm gonna mark here and I'm gonna sit down because my back is killing me. not click into the game. Actually, I need to get rid of this thing. Twitch sent me a message saying the charity tool. Oh wait, no, not that one. Twitch X U2's collection. Available in the loot cave. Thank you, Twitch. Didn't need to know that.